Hey guys, so for those of you that don't know, because I'm gonna put this on YouTube, I'm Savannah. I am 29. I have invasive ductal carcinoma, stage 3, which is breast cancer, for those of you that don't know. I am gonna kind of start like a little series of topics of things that people don't talk about, and I've never done this before, so I'm probably gonna space out a lot because I have chemo brain anyway. And you're gonna hear a lot of galloping, and it's because my 11-week-old German Shepherd thinks that she is in the Kentucky Derby. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is feeling like a burden. I felt like a burden for so long, and only recently have I started to realize through therapy and support groups and other things that, I'm not. When you do treatments and you're sick and things like that, you have to have help. You have to. There's no way around it. When you go through chemo, you have to have pre-meds, and a lot of times that means Benadryl. And it isn't like the kind you got when you were a kid from your mom because you were itchy from playing outside in the grass or whatever. They put it through your port, which is just a way to not be stuck 1,000 times through your veins because chemo eats them up, so it just runs through like a big vein. I'm not trying to get into all the medical terms because I'll probably mess them up. But it knocks you on your ass, so you can't drive yourself home. So in the beginning, I felt like the biggest burden because, my mom had to take off work. My mom had to take off work. My fiance had to take off work. And I realize now that they wanted to help. They loved me. They wanted to help, and even though that, obviously I had to have help and they did it, I didn't like it. So I was always upset about it, and I isolated myself as much as possible. And COVID made that very easy for me because, you, in the beginning, everyone was so scared, especially for people like me that are, immunocompromised. So I had to be away from everyone. So it made it easier for me to isolate. So I stayed away from everyone. I made excuses because I've always been independent. I've never really had to ask for help, and if I have ever had to ask for help, it was something small or, and I always tried to make up for it, usually in a bigger way because I've always felt like that. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to explain, I guess. But I realized recently that I was robbing my family and my friends from doing the only thing that they could do because they couldn't take away my cancer. They couldn't take away me being sick. They couldn't take away the poison that was flowing through my body. They couldn't take away all of the vomiting and the exhaustion and everything else, which I still have a lot of bad side effects. I've been fighting this for a year, but I haven't had chemo since the end of July of 2020. But I'm still battling a lot of the side effects like chemo brain and nausea, exhaustion all the time, neuropathy, things like that. But anyways, I'm gonna get off track a lot, so I'm sorry. Don't do what I did. Don't rob them of being, being there for you, and don't rob yourself. Because I tried to do this alone, and it caused a lot of problems for me that I'm working out in therapy. And it caused the depression to be worse. It caused everything. I had compassion fatigue. I have, I'm an empath, so I feel everyone else's pain, especially the people that I love. And so everything piled on top of each other, and I wouldn't speak. I wouldn't talk. Anytime someone asked me how I felt, oh, I'm just tired, I don't feel good. I would never tell them the truth that I didn't want to get out of bed in the morning, that sometimes I prayed that I wouldn't wake up because the pain was too much to bear. I put myself through a lot of it because I was too stubborn to let them help me. I wasn't just helpless, that I couldn't do things or fix myself, but they were helpless, and I took away the only thing that they could do to help me, which, I'm about to start radiation, so I get to help make up for some of that, but I can still never take back all the other things that I took from them. I'm still working on the self-isolation and the complete shutdown. It affects everything. It affects your relationship. It affects your friendships, your relationships with your family, with your with everyone, because either they think that they're bothering you because you're always saying that you're fine, or whatever, you're tired and you're just gonna go to sleep, which a lot of the times is probably true, but you basically you're making your depression worse, and I don't want that for you. I don't want you to go through a lot of things alone because you are independent and you want to do it on your own, because you don't have to, and it'll feel better once you get over the fact that you need help. You need it. You don't want it. You're not asking for it. You didn't ask for this. You didn't ask for cancer. You didn't ask to be sick. You you need it, and that's okay. So that's the first thing that I wanted to talk about. And like I said, I've never done this before, and I'm so sorry that it was all over the place. And I'm sorry if none of it made sense. A lot of it is to help me, and I hope that I can help someone else. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to make more parts of each thing because I have a whole list of things that people don't talk about, and people don't know about, and I want to be able to help new patients, men and women. Um, you know, there's a lot. There's a lot to it. It's not just about whether we're, you know, sick or, gonna get better or whatever. I mean, there is a lot, and because a lot of us, especially us women, are so stubborn and independent, we don't talk about it because we bottle it up. And I don't want to do that anymore. I want to share, and I want to help. So, if you guys think that maybe I could help someone, share this, and I'll make another one and just keep going until there's nothing left to say, which is probably gonna be a long time from now because it's already been 12 minutes and I've probably not said anything. So, yeah. So, thanks for listening. Bye.